Welcome back to YouTube to the Mouthless Speaking Podcast. I'm your host Daryl,
And I'm Mike.
and we're going to be talking about the greatest female R&B singers, or just greatest female singers of all time. What you think, Mike?
Oh, greatest female singer of all time. I'm going to say Deborah Cox. I'm going to say Tamia. I'm going to say Kelly Price. I'm going to say Kiki Wyatt. Am I omitting anybody? Oh, and Shantae Moore. Now, I know I omitted Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. And I'm going to give it to my OGs would be Patti LaBelle and Nita Baker. Those would be my two OGs that I would listen to. But for the most part, those ladies I said right there, to me, they get kind of left out. You know, Kelly Price always got left out because of her weight. We heard the story about when she was doing the song with Puffy and Mace. How if you go back and look at the video, and I didn't really notice, they had like a clip of her in the corner. Mm-hmm. It's a small clip, and they did it the whole video because of her size.
Yeah.
So you telling me just because of her voice, her tool, you don't want her to be seen because she's big? So she's been overrated. Kiki Wyatt, I think, is everybody knows she can sing, but just that, yeah, she really can sing and just flat out go. And then Deborah Cox and Tamia, man, I just love their voices. And like I say, for me, those are just the ones I can listen to 24/7. You know, you can always add in Fave. But like I say, Mariah. Most people are gonna always say Whitney Houston had the best voice of all time. But that's what a lot of
Whitney is great, but to me, as long as I've been listening to music, I don't listen to a lot of music. I grew up listening to music. My cousin was a DJ when I was like 7 or 8. He used to always be playing these different records and stuff and spinning these records. And I used to always watch the little record albums. This one lady right here, man, I'm telling you, and all you old school heads want to know who I'm talking about. Hands down, Angela Winbush is one of the greatest female singers to ever grace the microphone. Total cheap, bro. Highs of highs, lows of lows. She can sing.
She got a voice. I give you that. She got a voice. Cause I know exactly. I know a lot of her music. She, got a great voice.
She can blow, and she's a singer, and even a singer will let you know that she can blow.
So, what about Patti LaBelle?
Definitely Patti LaBelle. But Angela Winbush? Angela Winbush is that one. Plus, she wrote a lot of songs too.
Oh yeah,
for
her
sure. Her pen game is amazing.
Oh, for sure.
Especially when Ron Osley used to be together singing them songs.
Mm-hmm.
She was with, Renee, from
Angela Renee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest singers of all time. Another one who don't get put into the limelight a lot. I hope I put my boy on. Lettucey.
Yeah, I went to see her.
Powerhouse.
I went to her show and I was taken back by her voice. I'm not gonna lie. I went to the concert to see Beautiful Soul Child. Mm-hmm. That's my guy.
And I was telling you,
but she was actually on the card, and I actually got to the concert and missed pretty much all of his set because of traffic.
Yeah.
She came up next, and I was like upset. I'm like, I missed who I came to see.
Yeah.
But when she came out, I know a couple of her songs.
Yeah.
But when she opened up her mouth, I looked at her, I was like, hey, that's that. She got that deep soul. It was, the only thing I hate about it, I don't know a lot of her music.
Exactly.
So I couldn't really vibe with her like that.
It usually be like that. The greatest singers.
Yeah, but the girl got a voice on her. She really got a voice. I'm not even can't take nothing from her.
Definitely can't.
I just wish I knew more of her music so I could have vibed with her more that night. Mm-hmm. But she was phenomenal. But like I say,
I got another one.
Who?
Vesta Williams. Congratulations,
man. Now when you say one of the greatest, she had a pretty voice.
Her voice is
she was pretty voice, but I wouldn't put her in the.
You wouldn't put her in?
No, I wouldn't. No.
I would.
Cause you're not gonna think about her. You're gonna think about that particular song, congratulations, but you're not gonna think about her as being like Anita Baker.
Yeah,
Anita Baker's not.
greatest.
Anita Baker voice is different, but it's unique.
Yeah.
She has a very unique sound.
I would put another person in that unique era too, Sade.
Oh yeah, now listen, if you
She ain't got the biggest voice.
yeah, but she has that just if you just picture if you sitting there at a dinner table and it's you and your wife or you and your spouse or your girlfriend, whatever the case may be, and y'all sitting there, y'all having an intimate dinner, you want to turn the lights down and get the mood right. Sade is who you go to. Because Smooth Operator, she had a bunch of hits. She had a Smooth Operator, The Sweetest Taboo, she had a bunch of hits. So, you know, that's when we kind of was like in our teen years when we saw her. And we would just sit there and look at her because she, some ways, remind me of the female version of Maxwell. She puts me in that mode of like, you know, they just, it's like pulls you in. The music just pulls you in and you like, just say if you want to sit home, you want to drink a glass of wine, you want to sit back and chill. You're not gonna put Anita Baker on too much. You're gonna put Sade on. Sade is
like a smooth.
Yeah, that's why she was smooth. She had that. Just she was it for me. But yeah, that was another one.
Yeah, definitely one. I'm trying to see. I wrote who was another one that I put in here. I said Legacy.
But see, like Kelly,
Anita Baker, say Kelly Price.
But like Kelly Price's voice is unique. It's just
definitely unique.
And
she has a great voice.
Deborah Cox, Tamia, those kind of girls right there.
Oh, bro,
what?
Forgive us, you two. Please forgive us.
Oh, you gonna bring somebody out?
The late great Tina Marie.
Thank you. You know what? When you started talking about Sade, that was in my mind, and then we would start talking. It skipped. But listen,
Fire and Desire, man.
Listen, forget that. She has a bunch of
hits now.
And like I say, I don't necessarily know that she was. You can just tell when somebody's voice is just, it's not trying to change. Her voice was just different.
It's different.
And then it even made it better that she played instruments.
Exactly.
But the girl had what you call, she had a soulful voice. And for anybody that omits her and say what she was,
your ears not trained.
Something about she was wrong with you. Tina Marie was one of the greatest of all time that would ever do it. And I'm so glad because I swear, when you were just sitting there talking about Sade, I swear she was on the tip of my tongue. We started talking with her, and I was like, "Oh my God, I forgot." Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Now, so what about not saying that she, they say that. Now, Mary J. Blige is the queen of hip hop. So they said Patti LaBelle. Not Patti LaBelle. Aretha Franklin was the queen of. So what would you like? What would you put her at?
She's queen of soul.
She was the queen of soul, but like to me, I'm not knocking her, but I guess I wasn't in that era. And then I hear a lot of people say Tammy Terrell. They say before she passed, she had a pretty voice. Right. What's the latest song? Oh man, hold on. Now let me please omit me, because there's somebody out there we did not even say.
Who?
That she has one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard. That's Denise Williams.
Yeah.
That's Denise Williams. You cannot sit here and talk about music without hearing her pretty voice, Black Butterfly. Yeah. You cannot, we will be so wrong not to put, thank you. Yeah, let's give that a clap because she has.
Bro, when you say that just now, guess what I thought about too?
What?
Stephanie Mills.
Oh man. Boy, Feel the Fire. Her and Teddy Pendergrass did that. Man, that's a game changer. And it's funny you said that because when I went to the concert to see Legacy, she was in the audience because she's from. So they what's the man what was the headliner? It was music.
Kim.
Kim brought her on stage and she started singing. And man, when I say she still sound the same, but yeah, Stephanie Mills is one of the ones small in stature but big voice. But yeah, when I just thought about when you say that, I was like Denise Williams, and I'm over here thinking to myself, just listen to the lyrics like Black Butterfly, and it's like it's just so that song just do so. It's just like wow,
it's a classic song.
It's just a pretty song, and she had some hits. Now she had let's hear it for the boys. Now that was pop. That was, but I know why she did that crossover. But so far voices, if you want to just say voices, and what's the lady that had the Loving You? What's her name? She passed because of cancer. Loving you.
Isn't that Denise?
No. It's easy
because you're beautiful. Minnie Riperton.
Minnie Riperton. I'm sorry, Minnie Riperton. Yeah, it slipped my mind. The song was on the tip of my tongue, but yeah, she had a pretty voice too.
Another artist, female artist, I tend to forget sometimes. Man.
Oh man, I will be. Hold up, because I know I'm looking dead at the camera. Tree, I know you're gonna get me for this. Marsha Ambrosius.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, listen. Woo. Listen,
she that one.
Man, listen.
She that one.
That's me and Trees. That's
she
how.
That one.
Boy.
Jill Scott.
You know what?
Erykah Badu.
See, Jill and Erykah Badu, I put them in the same category.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the greatest. They don't have the greatest voice. Now,
but they can.
I'm gonna tell you somebody I could put in that too that has a great voice. NDRE.
True.
NDRE. I love NDRE. I love NDRE. See, she's the female version of Music Soul Child for me. Yeah. That's to me like a sister brother situation. That's who I look at, because when they both came up together, I was like, wow, this is like almost his sister.
I don't know if she got many songs. I don't know if she was a producer, a songwriter, a singer. Ooh. I know she was a singer, but bro, she was on her album "Making Love in the Rain." What's the name? Sahita Garrett.
Oh yeah. But you like that song? It's not so much her voice.
She was with Keith Sweat too, right?
Who? No. No. You talking about Make It Last Forever.
Yeah. Who was
no. It's not that.
That was not Sahita Garrett.
No, Sahita Garrett. That okay? Who made a song with Someone to Count On? Is that the same?
That was She was on that.
She's on that.
She was on that one. Yeah.
Okay.
That one she was on.
Who made Make It Last Forever?
Oh. Well.
Hey man, hold on. I ain't trying to get off the table.
Someone to count on.
In the world of changes,
here I am stuck where you're standing.
When you need a love, someone to take over. Oh girl, don't look any further. Man, listen, man. While we was talking about females, man, we don't went to him.
My bad.
Because you was asking me about Keith Sweat, Make It Last Forever, and that's I cannot think of her name.
Jackie.
But yeah, that's a different person from Sahita Garrett.
Yeah, Sahita
so that's totally different.
Yeah.
But it's a lot and we didn't even really say Faith or Mary, because Mary, I think you got to put Mary in a different category all by herself.
She can,
because she's hip hop, she's street, she's R&B. R&B. She's like a gumbo. She hits a lot of. She's not the greatest singer of all time. Let's just go ahead and keep it real. But when it comes to putting the music together and composer and everything, Mary she's in the class by herself. So that's why I didn't never want to omit her. But when we say the greatest thing, I'm talking about somebody you can take the microphone from. This one, when I say greatest singer, you take the microphone from them and let them sing without no music, and then you can see. And I done seen plenty of times Deborah Cox, Tamia, Kiki Wyatt, Kelly Price. I mean, these girls here are the ones that got the Marsha Ambrosius.
Definitely Angela Winbush.
Yeah, you big on her. I know you really big on her,
bro.
You really big on her.
Shoot, I'm trying to think. Who else, bro? Is it great? We must be admitting somebody. Facebook. I mean, YouTube. If we admitting anybody, please let us know in the comment section. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to Modestly Speaking Podcast. I'm your host Daryl. This is my co-host Mike, and just give us some feedback. I know we miss a female, man. We miss somebody.
I'm sitting there thinking, cause you can't. What about Mariah Carey?
Mariah Carey, yeah, she's definitely a great singer.
And I know people gonna probably
she's
like
more pop, but she's a great singer. But she, it's a lot of.
I'm gonna tell you somebody who got a wonderful voice. Celine Dion.
Definitely,
Celine Dion has a wonderful voice.
Okay, let's go.
She has a beautiful voice.
Let's go back in the days, and we can go to Taylor Dane.
That's a stretch, though. That's a stretch. She had some hits with that.
Her voice was amazing.
That's a stretch.
How you
Yeah, that's a stretch. Taylor Dayne.
Yeah, Taylor Dayne.
That's a stretch.
Voice is amazing, bro.
Uh,
Yeah, definitely Taylor Dayne.
Okay. I mean, that's what you know. Celine Dion, that's a different kind of voice.
Yeah, because she
that's a different kind of voice. Taylor Dayne
is in that category.
I don't know about that.
She didn't have a lot of hit songs, but she definitely was in that category, singing wise. Can we say you said Celine Dion? I'm trying to think who else. We missing somebody, bro.
Man, we done touched on. I mean, if you're talking about going back to the 60s and 70s, I mean, you didn't have I said Tammy Terrell that was in that era. You had Aretha Franklin.
Great.
But I mean,
Patti LaBelle.
But then now, if you want to talk about Supremes, I can't. I'm gonna be just completely honest. I can't put Diana Ross in that. I just feel like that was a group thing that they. But so far as a voice, no, I can't say that.
I don't think
so I'm not trying to omit people and overlook somebody, but I think the ones that we hit now.
I think that's those.
If it's somebody else,
we miss somebody, bro. We definitely miss somebody.
But I mean,
singers, greatest female singers.
But when you're doing something like this off the top of your head and you're just trying to come with content like this, you're gonna omit some people. You're gonna forget.
That's right.
And then once we get off of this, we'll look at each other like we forgot about so and so. I mean, so that's why we need people to comment and say, hey, you forgot about this person. You forgot about that person. So
definitely.
I need for y'all to come back and let us know what we missed. Now, I don't want to abruptly leave this, but people was commenting and asking us how we came about. And I think for the first couple of episodes, we forgot to even mention how we came about, how this partnership came about, and how we even met. So we're going to just give you a quick snippet of how we met and how this came about and why we came up with this podcast. Basically, we should have did it on the first episode, but like I say, as we going on, we're learning. You know, it's going to get better as time goes on. So please bear with us, and we get all the little kinks out the first couple episodes. But the way we met was we actually worked for the USPS. We are mail carriers. He was working in Mooresville. He came to our station and started working, and I had to help him on the street because he didn't know the area as much as I did because we work at the same station. Come to find out, when we started talking, he's from Santee, South Carolina. I was born in Lancaster, South Carolina. So we both from South Carolina. We started talking. As you can see, he worked out. He was a fitness guru, and I wanted to get myself back into shape, so we started talking. Then to come to find out, he's a fisherman, which I'm a fisherman. So we had a lot of similarities. Age-wise, we were right there. We were like 3 years apart, so we were close in age. So our mindsets are the same. And anybody know people from South Carolina, people are going to work and they're going to grind. So when he came and started working over there, I'm like, yo, this cat hit work. And we were shorthanded with workers. He came in and grind and started working. And we just started, and you can feel people's souls, and you can feel people's energy. And I just knew when I first kind of met him, first couple of days, I'm like, he got a good soul, good heart, he a good person, period. I just had that vibe about him. And we started rocking ever since. And like I say, anybody who knows me, really know Mike, know that I'm passionate about sports. And I played sports all my life. I'm not saying I'm the best player of all time or anything. But when it comes to 3 sports, I know I only played basketball and baseball. But when everybody heard me talking, and for years they were trying to say, hey, you need to get your own podcast. You need to get something up. And then my biggest issue was I'm not no professional athlete like, the pivot, I am athlete. You got Up and Smoke. So you got a bunch of great, you got KG and Paul Pierce. Shout out to those cats. They got Knuckleheads. You got a lot of podcasts out here. So I was saying to myself, self-doubt, like, who's gonna watch us on this podcast if we're not pro athletes or we don't have a platform or people done seen us before? But then people kind of was telling me, say, listen, if you go off your love for the sports, like we know you love sports, when you come and talk around, if the cameras wouldn't on me right now, people know that's all I sleep, breathe, talk about sports. I love sports to death. I can talk about it 24/7. Even, I'm going to just be honest, if I can debate with Stephen A. Smith, that's like one of my biggest dreams, to sit there and talk to him about sports because I know that much about sports. But he came in and saw the same thing. He was like, look, man, we need to get something together and do a podcast. So that's how we came about. His background is similar to my background. He's from South Carolina. I'm from South Carolina. He has 2 daughters. I have 2 daughters. So we have a lot in common. So he's married. I'm married. So we just have a whole lot in common. Mm-hmm. So we just wanted to come in and do this podcast. And like I say, we just want y'all to enjoy it. We want to be authentic. We want to be original. We ain't trying to copy nobody. You heard us here singing. You heard us here. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna sing. We're gonna show emotion. We're gonna joke. So it's gonna be a real. It's gonna be a real. You know, I'm not gonna be so much trying to. I think the first couple of episodes I was trying to be something that I'm not. I got to go back to being 1,000% authentic about myself. So that's a snippet of how we got together to come with this podcast. So now on that note, we're going to touch on the sport we haven't touched on yet, but we're going to touch on it right now, and that's football. What's one player or a few players that was the most dominant in football history, period? Name some people that come in your mind that was the most dominant football players of history that you had to, they changed the game.
Changed the game. Definitely Randy Moss.
Okay, well you said Randy, I'm going to give you one that really, Earl Campbell.
Earl Campbell.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor.
Megatron.
Mean Joe Green.
Barry Sanders.
And now I'm gonna say this, and it's debatable, but you can't take it from him. People always talk about, oh, he played in the right system. That's why Tom Brady. You cannot take that from him.
No, you can't take that from him.
Listen, am I the biggest Brady fan? No. But they talk about, and then I hear people say this all the time, which is kind of ludicrous to me. He played in the system. So you telling me you can plug any quarterback in that system and they would have won 7 Super Bowls? No. I mean, come on, you can't say that.
It's his passion.
Listen, he
drive.
He was different. So I hate the narrative of people say, now, do I think he's the greatest football player of all time? I can't go that far. But he will be in top 5.
Yeah.
He definitely is in the top. Okay, put it like this. If they had a Rushmore, he would definitely be on that Rushmore. He'd definitely be up there. Because I think the people that changed the game, to me, was, I can say Tom Brady changed it because he's won 7 Super Bowls. And that's a lot of Super Bowls. Deion Sanders definitely changed the game in that one because when he made you throw just to one side of the field, he changed the game. Another person we didn't say that was dominant back in the early days was Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson was a monster when he was running. He was a monster. Earl Campbell. See, Earl Campbell and Bo Jackson to me is almost like the difference between them two. Bo Jackson had speed. He was speed, power. He had it all. And just, we all know the story about the infamous guy pulled him down. Hip came out of place. Messed him up. But my thing is, he's one of them athletes I think we all cringe. Wish we could see more of him.
It's like a shooting star.
Yeah, because you're not going to see, like, they had a story about this cat. And, like I say, people know I love baseball.
Yeah.
When he was at Auburn. When he was at Auburn playing football, the Yankees, when they had the Steinbrenners there, they sent the son down there to go see him swing. The practice was over. Steinbrenners got down there late in the cage. He told a story. He was in the cage with the pitcher. With the coach, and the coach said, go in there and swing. He hit a ball in there, made the whole cage crumble. You know how hard that is to hit a ball and hit a cage and make it crumble. You know how strong that man got to be. Yeah. And for this man to play 2 sports, and we ain't even talking like Deion when he played 2 sports. These 2 guys here, I would say, you can't put Bo Jackson on the top of that because longevity. He only had longevity. Yeah. But you said Tom Brady. We said Deion Sanders. So who the other 2 people you would put on Mount Rushmore if you had to?
Change the game.
Now, we didn't even say Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
We didn't even say it. But now, this is a quick debate.
You talking about game changers or just the greatest football players ever?
I would say greatest, because my thing is now, this is how I'm going to say it. People say Jerry Rice is the greatest receiver of all time. A lot of people will say.
Yeah.
I debate that.
Why you say that?
Randy Moss, to me, receiver-wise, was he changed the way that position was played.
Randy Moss was more physically dominant because of his height and his size.
But you got to realize now, he wasn't big. He just jumped over. He just athletic. But he could run, jump. But man, he had hands. So Jerry Rice, don't get, and I'm not taking nothing from Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is the greatest.
Yeah.
But I think if I want to make a mold of a receiver, that's what I want a receiver to look like. 6'4", speed, jump out the gym, do it all.
But you got to think about it too. You got a lot of players that's receivers that's like that now. They're like flashes in the pan. You might see them 5, 6, 7 years, maybe tops, maybe.
You only see him that long.
Exactly.
Because look at OBJ.
Exactly.
You know, Odell Beckham Jr. came on the scene and he was like catching the ball and that one catch. And like I say, and it was good, great.
OBJ,
no, but like I say, to me, longevity, we talk about 8, 9, 10 years.
Rice, because he worked on what was his training record?
Oh, you know that hill.
Yeah,
he ran that infamous hill every year, all season, and ran that hill.
Mm-hmm. So he knew he wasn't the biggest, he knew he wasn't the fastest, but he could run around.
But let me ask you this, okay?
Hard work, like how we just saying, hard work.
But let me ask you this. So this is the thing when we talk about basketball, and I was just passionate about the last episode. Why does it seem like the older guys trained and it was different back in that era than now?
Because, bro, it's that mentality. You got to think about it. Jerry Rice from Mississippi. He said his dad used to throw bricks.
True.
So when you born in the South, 9 times out of 10, you picking beans, you working in the field, you working on the farm, you doing
like
that
Shannon
all
Sharp,
exactly like Shannon Sharp. Yeah,
and his brother. Yeah,
bro. Those type of guys, their work ethic is unmatched.
But it's crazy to me because does it take for you to be like a Shannon Sharp when you got a 10-4 roof over you and it's raining?
Yeah,
you got to use a bathroom outside.
Yeah.
This man said he didn't use a bathroom to his brother.
Yeah.
I'm like, so Sterling. So I'm like, why a lot of these? Okay, not even so much football. In all sports, we were just talking about basketball.
Because,
these boys nowadays are getting the bag. They getting money.
That's why.
But they're not earning it.
That's why. There you go.
Okay, so my thing is, I didn't mean to jump, but we were just talking about a guy in the NBA who just got a bag. This year had a horrible year. Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole just got a whole bunch of money last year. He balled. They were saying pretty much they got a 3-headed monster now with Clay and Steph and him. Came this year, they had the altercation at the beginning of the year, him and Draymond. And my thing is, you got the bag now. I don't see it. And and Lord knows I don't want to get on the Ja Morant situation. I don't even want to touch that because everybody done got on that. I don't want to touch that because it seems like these younger generation now, the teams in these industries are giving these guys a plethora of money. And then they haven't earned it. They earned
it to a point they just because you got in the NBA, they made it in the league. But
you telling me you getting $40 million, then you start acting a fool?
We ain't gonna touch on that.
I mean, listen, man. We'll be here all night talking about that because me and you can't. We got face to face talking about that because that's a situation everybody already know about. And we're gonna find out within a couple of weeks what the suspension gonna be.
Exactly.
But you know how I feel about that, and you know how you feel about it. Yeah. So we'll touch that subject when it's time to touch that subject.
Exactly.
But for right now, we're gonna go back to football because, like I say, we'll be here all night talking about that. But like I say, the greatest player to me, Lawrence Taylor.
Okay, then you got to think about this too. What's my man from the Rams, Donald?
Okay, so now let's go back. So you say Tom Brady will be a Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Deion Sanders. What about Lawrence Taylor?
Definitely.
Okay, Lawrence Taylor got to be up there.
Definitely.
He has to be up there. So who was that fourth one?
We said we got Tom Brady,
Deion Sanders, Lawrence Taylor. Who was the fourth one?
We got her receiver.
You ain't got to have It doesn't necessarily because my thing is I'm basing off of Lawrence Taylor changed the game when he changed.
Changes.
Like Deion Sanders.
Game changer.
He get Tom Brady changed.
Game changer.
So I need that fourth person to be,
a game changer.
Yeah, because now if I can go with my heart, it's so
many. Moss is a game changer on that now.
But he's not an all-time great.
But you just said game changer. Yeah,
but all-time.
He's number 2 in touchdown reception, right?
Yeah. But that's which column number 3. Terrell Owens right behind him. He ain't even in the Hall of Fame. He ain't even in the Hall of Fame.
That's reporters. That's
well, if you talking about his credentials on the field, you can't take away from that, bro.
Exactly.
You can't take away from him.
That's the right.
Like I say now, the antics he did off the field,
that's
just him.
That's the right.
We talking about in between the white lines what he did.
He's the all-time one of all-time greats.
He's a monster. I'm gonna give him that.
One of the all-time greats.
And like I say, I hate how they doing that, brother. But like I say, because he's another one from a low country. He's from and he worked hard to get what he was. But like I say, his antics people are not gonna. They're gonna remember him more for what he did on the field than he did off the field.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it. Remember
what he did off the field.
Remember, think about that. Because remember when he he had surgery on his ankle before Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
How many men gonna come back and play in the Super Bowl with screws after?
The way Donovan McNabb was throwing up and.
Hey, and listen,
bruh.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. When I saw that, man, listen, bruh. This man had surgery, came back, ball out, Super Bowl. This man get to the line of scrimmage, and you throwing up, man. You've been playing football all year long, and you telling me, man. You knew you gonna take an L.
He was nervous, man.
And then but then people say he was beefing. I'm like, bro, that's another. That's a whole other. But a lot of people saying this dude, I'm like, listen, he was mediocre. He was.
Let's go back to.
Okay, because we ain't gonna jump on that stuff.
Keep it on.
We still have to have that fourth. We still because I would jump off that track real quick. So you gotta pull me back on. But what's the fourth one? Would be the who's the fourth person to be on that Mount Rushmore?
Like, give me a second, bro.
I mean, it's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a lot. Game changer.
Cause I can tell you somebody I would put on there. I mean, now I'm gonna keep it real. The older crowd will probably say somebody like Jim Brown.
Yeah.
Somebody might say Gale Sayers. But to me, I would say somebody like Walter Payton.
Sweetness.
Yeah. Now Walter Payton, the only reason I say that, we didn't really know what happened until he got older when he got sick and died.
Mm-hmm.
But this man, they say, was spitting blood on the sidelines. But then he'll come in and run, and he running. People don't really think Sweetness was running through people until you look at something back at the old highlights. Mm-hmm. He was running through people. Mm-hmm. But another person that I admire, the game that I admire out of Emmitt Smith, no matter what I do, I never forget this game. When he was playing against Philadelphia, and he dislocated his shoulder.
Yeah, I remember
and this is when I'm talking about the older generation. Mm-hmm. This joker went over there, popped his shoulder back in place, still ran with 2 and some change on one shoulder. Mm-hmm. Now, these guys nowadays, they can break a toenail. They can break a toenail and I'm out of the game for 6 weeks. See, this is what I'm talking about. This generation here.
It's different, bro.
Man,
we can't jump on that. Let's not jump on that because
it still gets me mad because
it still be bashing anyone. We don't want to bash. Like, you don't want to be a basher. Like, I mean, it is what it is, bro. We grew up in the time.
So let's just be real. The generation of guys that playing in the NBA in football, they soft.
Yeah.
And all they want to worry about is their money. So let's get that out the way.
True.
So the James Hardens and I ain't saying OBJ, but like I said, he was good for his little period of time, but he ain't. Okay, I'm going to tell you a person I admire the way he play. Deebo Samuel.
Where he from, though?
South Carolina. But the thing is, you put this brother in receiver, you can put him in running back, and when he was negotiating the contract, he's supposed to get the kind of money he deserves because he playing 2 positions.
Yeah. So
a lot of these guys, I don't want to go there because I was upset at the Lamar Jackson situation. I was upset because you want this man over here because Deshaun Watson got this money over here from Cleveland. You want to sit and hold out because I want to be making. Listen, this is how I look at things. We work at the post office.
Yep.
We deliver mail 6 days a week.
Exactly.
Would you switch positions with any of them guys to make the little money they making?
True. Yeah, I would.
So you telling me you want $230 million that Cleveland gave Deshaun? That's what you want, bro? You can put $160 million in front of me. I'm taking that. I'm not worried about what the market is setting. This is. I mean, me and my uncle JJ. Shout out to Uncle Jay. We had the discussion all the time. Well, he wanted the market dictates what it does. Listen, forget the market. I know what you give me $160 million and you say 75 to 80 million is guaranteed. I'm taking that. Yeah. Because football is a short-lived sport. Yeah, so I'm gonna take that guarantee. How many
years you about average? Like 2.5, 3 years?
If it's that. Like seeing people play like Eugene Robinson and them, when they played 14, 15, you ain't gonna see that too much no more. Yeah. Not playing them kind of, and like I say, back then, them boys hit. Nowadays, you can't even, man, I'm just, sports to me, man, I'm telling you.
We can go on that, but we ain't like I said, we ain't want to go off the track. Let's stay back on track. Let's get that other player on top of Mount Rushmore.
Okay, so we got Lawrence Taylor, Deion Sanders, Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the fourth one? If you just had to say who's your fourth one, I'm not gonna say Peyton. I'm not gonna say Walter Payton. I'm not gonna, but he would be somebody I would be considering. But I'm not gonna say him. I'm thinking it gotta be somebody who's a game changer, who changed the game and changed it for a long period of time.
Change the game, bro.
I want people to think about this when you watch this podcast.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know.
I mean, Deion Sanders changed the way quarterbacks look on one side of the field. LT, you had to make sure you knew what he was.
Somebody chipping him or something.
Tom Brady won 7 Super Bowls. We need that 4th person to say he was 1-1. He changed. He made the NFL had to change stuff because of how he played. This is what I'm looking for when I get to Mount Rushmore. Who was the 4th one?
Like you said, you was thinking sweetness. I'm thinking.
Oh, man.
Is it Barry Sanders?
Barry Sanders to me.
Is it Adrian Peterson?
Nah, I can't get AP now. Because Adrian Peterson, well, but listen, I'm not, listen, he was a man. He might. Who?
No,
but see, Barry Sanders, one thing about Barry Sanders, people know about Barry Sanders.
I was going to say a lot of people don't like it because he tripping real bad right now.
Who?
Herschel Walker.
Hey, me. No, excuse me. Excuse me, YouTube. What? This Joker can't even talk in his campaigns.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
bro.
Tripping ain't the word. This man was telling a story about the house. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Man, now, if you want to go back to his college days,
bro,
that's going to be an episode. That will be an episode coming up. We're going to talk about the greatest college player of all time. And I got some hidden gems for that one.
Because who was Herschel was in the NFL? He was.
Remember, he was in Minnesota. He got traded.
Dallas.
He got traded to Dallas. Because he got traded in that big trade when they sent like 7 draft picks and players and all that down to Minnesota for him.
Great, but I ain't want to get on him too long. We just gonna.
Yeah, because
who was that 4th person, bro? I wish I knew who the 4th person was. That's a hard one right there. Offense did. Who changed the game?
Yeah, who did change the game?
YouTube, who changed the game? Y'all gotta let us know.
Like,
maybe
okay,
we're really stuck on
I'm
this.
sitting there saying to myself, I'm thinking about like a linebacker. You know, somebody. Because LT was a defensive. To me, I don't know if you want to categorize him as an outside linebacker or you want to categorize him as a defensive end. Oh, I can give you one. I can give you Reggie White.
Yeah, that's it.
I can give you Reggie White.
Either one.
I can give you Reggie White.
Either one.
But I was just trying to see outside of that if it's somebody else that
That's it. That's it.
Reggie White.
Either one.
Minister of Defense. He was up there. So
you can see it. Reggie White. What's my other man name that used to play for the Vikings?
Who? John Randall.
God damn boy.
You saying John Randall for 2 reasons.
Damn.
No, I know why you saying John Randall for 2 reasons.
What?
Because he wore all that eye black.
Bruh.
And Mo was half crazy.
That Mo crazy.
And you know what? Since you said that, y'all kind of favor each other a little bit. That's why you said it. Because, hey, John Randall was about cuckoo for cocoa. But I'm going to tell you another man that I've been watching his channels. And he be doing some insane. He's retired.
Oh,
James Harrison.
Yeah.
James Harrison.
Bro.
Man, have you seen this dude work out?
Yeah. He a beast.
Man, listen. I swear, I don't know if I want to be in the alley with him or Mike Tyson. I don't know who I want to be.
Get hurt either way, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, but Mike gonna hit you one time and you through. James might just grab you and beat the wheels off of you.
James gonna do you like a bull in one of them rodeos.
He gonna
when you try to overlay and he catch you. Yeah. Monkey stomp you.
He gonna turn his legs around.
He gonna monkey stomp you, man. Hey, he gonna stomp your mess out.
I don't know who I want to be in the alley because, like I say, Jane Harrison, like a dude, you just scared to run across the middle with him. Mm-hmm. He's just one of them kind of guys.
He definitely trying to take your whole head off.
So really, YouTube, we want y'all. So we're gonna end this on who was the four should be on the Mount Rushmore of football. Mm-hmm. We said Tom Brady. We said Lawrence Taylor. We said Deion Sanders, and we said Reggie White. Right. So let us know, did we hit the mark with those four, or we missed somebody, or we omitted somebody?
Or let us know your four.
And please put it in the comment, hit the like button, subscribe, and we out to the next one. Peace.